So he hired us. I think I was like 17, and that's where my whole journey into commercial cleaning got started. That was I worked for Pops.
Headed to the top, ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, on property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. I'm flashing for. I'm on my grind, not no more fashion show.
Yeah. So who is AJ? Like, where were you from, and how was your upbringing growing up as a kid?
Yeah, so I'm from Portsmouth, Virginia. If you're from there, then you know it's like one of the worst cities in Virginia. They call it Pistol City, so it's not the best of neighborhoods. But let me see. Single parent home. My dad left when I was 8. What else we got? But I tell you what, those 8 years that I got of him being there, it was perfect for me because it did teach me how to be a family man. And you know what I mean? I had what I had for those 8 years. And when he left, he left. So that's that. But still I got a relationship with him now. You know what I mean? We talk pretty often now. My mom go get a hard worker. So I feel like I get my work ethic from her, but I get my big heart from him because he got a big heart too. So and my toughness from him as well. But combine those two together, I guess I'm what you get. So, but I mean, I'm much about my childhood. I really can't speak on it. I mean, not that I can, I just don't know what to say. I mean, that's all I got.
Right. No, it's good. I mean, it kind of was a pop-up question.
Yeah.
Yes, it's always interesting how people grow up and how did that make them be who they are now. So speaking of that, what made you pursue entrepreneurship instead of doing a 9 to 5 like most of us Americans do?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna answer a little bit of that last question and segue into this one because I just thought of something that might be important to helping to shape who I become. So I was the middle child too, right? So shout out to my brother Michael and my sister Adisha, who, by the way, that franchise I sold it to my brother Michael when he came home from being incarcerated for 7 years. So still was able to, transition that and help build family wealth on that. But anyway, being that middle child though, I think I probably have this chip, you know what I mean? That I like, the youngest gets the attention, the oldest gets the attention, and the middle one just kind of gets forgotten. So that could be part of, what went into me wanting to be an entrepreneur. And then also, I just knew in high school, early on, I knew it was like, I skipped school almost every day. You know what I mean? High school, my grades were not the best at all. I always had bad grades out of my sister would make straight A's and early in school. My brother would make honor roll. I was the only one that used to like try to hide my report card when report card came. You know what I mean? I would fuss at them like, don't tell them that we got report cards. You know what I mean? So like I was never a good student at all. But I did what I had to do to graduate, so to speak. But anyway, so knowing that though, if I didn't want to be to school, now I knew I didn't want to go to college for 4 more years. So I got lucky, came across, shout out to my friend Monte. He put me onto a guy we used to call Pops, who owned the cleaning franchise with Jenny King. So he hired us. I think I was like 17. And that's where my whole journey into commercial cleaning got started. That was I worked for Pops and I saw Pops had, the high-rise condo downtown. He was driving his Audi and I was impressed by that, right? So it was like, and then he writing us checks too. And I never seen a black man own a company and actually, give us checks. You know what I mean? So just like, wow, what, like, can I do this? He's like, yeah, you can do it. And I said, well, what's required? You just put the money up and you invest. And I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, what about college? You don't have a college degree? No, you don't have none. That's what I'm doing. So I automatically knew as soon as I get my money up, I'm investing and starting me a cleaning company just like he did.
Wow, that's an amazing story. And you got really lucky.
Yeah.
Instead of, the way I grew up, I kind of had no choice. I was really bad at school too, just like you, but I was forced to really do well just to, make my parents happy. And going to college was not an option. You either go to college, you get kicked out the house. That's it. So that is really interesting that you met somebody and he kind of took you in and showed you the ropes, because that was my next question of how you got into the cleaning business, and it was this Pops that got you there.
Yep.
That's
And I'll be honest
amazing.
too, Pops actually didn't, I won't even say he really took me in. He hired me, but he barely even knew my name. It was, my friend Monte was his protege. Like I was just, soaking up game from afar and seeing it. You know what I mean? He wanted to put Monte in that position though. But now I did meet mentors on the way though. Once I actually invested into the business, who definitely took me, under their wing and showed me the ropes though.
So what
Such
you did, you invested into a franchise.
I did. Initially,
Okay.
I did. Yep. And I did it twice actually. So when I was 19, I bought the first one with Coverall, horrible cleaning franchise owner. I could not clean. I was horrible at cleaning. My priority was not cleaning. My only priority was I'm the next Jay-Z because I own a franchise at 19 years old. You know what I mean? I had that little chip on my shoulder, right? And then just cleaning horribly, rushing to the club instead of cleaning, you know what I mean? Cleaning stuff under the rug, not mopping, losing all of my accounts left and right, right? So I get out of entrepreneurship a little bit. I'm freelance cleaning in between, for other cleaning franchise owners that I met along the way, they will still hire me to work for them. And that helped me to become a better cleaner because I had this mindset of, well, he's an owner and I'm an owner, even though I don't have any accounts anymore of my own, but I'm still an owner, right? And it's like, I can't let this owner hire me as an owner and I do bad for them. So let me make sure that I give my best effort. And even them giving my best effort, they will still find mistakes. And so it was like, wait a minute, anyway, they would come out there and show me what I would miss. Like, hey, those cobwebs up there, you got to get that, right? Or the desk behind that computer screen, you're supposed to get that, right? And so they taught me how to actually clean. And so after, going through this period of time, where I'm not really an owner, but I'm just freelancing, I'm starting to discover these YouTube videos on, mindset and leadership and, Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy, all these different thought leaders, right? And that's when my mind started shifting. I started to think back, you know what? If I just would have did right with that first cleaning company, I would have been all right. You know what I mean? Like I used to blame them. They taking all my accounts away. Then it started making me realize, you know what? Actually, if I just would have cleaned it right, I probably wouldn't have lost those contracts, right? And so I reinvested again, bought another franchise with this time with Jam Pro, won the franchise owner of the year, which you can see my plaque back here. And needless to say, I guess I don't have to keep telling the story the whole way, but fast forward, I won franchise owner of the year. I wrote a book on cleaning franchises, still available on Amazon today. I forgot that's another stream.
That's another stream.
Right. What else we got? And then they eventually moved me down so they're the reason that I'm in Florida today because they moved me down to Florida, made me a franchise consultant or something. Well, basically I was an operations manager. I trained the franchise owners as well as went out and did customer retention. So basically I was like the go-to between the customers and us, the cleaning company or whatever. So, but going through all of that and getting hired by them, it helped me really see the inner workings of how their whole system worked. And so once I saw that, I knew that, you know what, it's not a bad model, but if I was in charge, I would do it this way. You know what I mean? And that's why I went on to go to create Clean Biz Network.
Awesome. And it seems like they kind of helped you with your work ethic, your cleaning work ethic on how to really know how to do this stuff.
Thank you for watching my video, and make sure you hit that like button if you liked the video, because I know you did, and also hit subscribe, and right beside that subscribe button is going to be a notification bell. You gotta click that, because guess what? You never know when I'm gonna go live. As a matter of fact, I might go live right now, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss my videos, all right? And if you wanna start or grow your business, check out cleanbiznetwork.com, all right? We have cleaning business starter kits. We have a lead generation service to help you grow your cleaning business, all type of stuff. And also don't forget to download the Calculated Clean mobile app as well, all right? So that's what I got for y'all until you click another video and go watch, man. Watch another video, why not? Binge on it.